Make those small movements to settle your physical body into the space. If it feels good, come up on your fingertips and set those shoulder blades onto your back, and then bring your palms onto the earth. So your arms might be a little more active than just a regular relaxed child's pose. And as you settle into that physical space, transition your focus to your mind. And trying to clear our mind, to prepare to breathe, to prepare to practice. Set your to-do list for your Saturday aside. Set it off to the edge of the mat. It'll be there when we get done. Then begin to focus, move your focus to our breath. As you breathe, as you inhale, feel your lungs expand even in this forward fold. Feel your belly push into your thighs. And almost feel your back expand because of the version that we're in. As you exhale, feel everything become compact. Feel your ribs knit in towards the center. Begin to lengthen your breath. Lengthen your inhales. Lengthen your exhales. Finding that breath that works for you, the 4-count breath, your ujjayi breathing. That's that breath that's mouth is closed and it almost sounds like Darth Vader. As you narrow your throat and breathe fully. Staying in your child's pose. As we're moving into May, we're moving on in our yamas and niyamas, and we're moving on to the 3rd jewel, which is asteya, non-stealing. And asteya calls us to live with integrity and reciprocity. We're still reading from Deb Adele's book. And she says, if we're living in fear and lies, our dissatisfaction with ourselves and our lives leads us to look outward with a tendency to steal what is not ours. We steal from others, we steal from the earth, we steal from the future, and mostly we steal from ourselves. We steal from our own opportunity to grow into the person who has a right to have the life they want. And today we're going to talk about stealing from others. And we're going to bring it into our practice. And that's why I thought of Vinyasa practice would be fitting. Because stealing from others occurs every day in our practice and in our lives. When we compare ourselves to others and our energy into their lives. When we compare ourselves to others, we find ourselves lacking, which makes us feel cheated, or find ourselves superior, which leaves us feeling arrogant. Our attention to others from a place of discontent within ourselves leads us to live vicariously through others. Or we try to control, manipulate, or manage them in order to boost our sagging ego. We may find ourselves trying to trump or one-up their stories and successes by coming behind them with our own more fabulous tale. It is all an attempt to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. Perhaps we steal when someone is sharing their excitement about a trip, to which we immediately pipe in with a much more exotic trip that we have planned or that we have already been where they are going. Either way, the conversation becomes about us, our trip, and we have stolen their excitement. We do the same with others' successes. We can even do it in death. For example, if someone's mother has passed and we shift the conversation to our story of losing our mother, we are making the situation about us instead of being present for the other person. She goes on to say that when she was training with Yogi Bhajan, he used to say, be a forklift. Always be lifting people up. The question then becomes, can we take and ask ourselves in our encounters with others, does the person feel uplifted and lighter because they have talked with us, because they have been with us, or do they feel something was taken? Have we brightened their day with a sincere compliment or a simple smile? So as we go through practice today, think of those words that when we compare ourselves, and even though we're practicing electronically, we've practiced all together enough that we know who has the beautiful headstand, we know who has the fabulous back bend. But when we comment, are we commenting because we are truly happy for them or because we are jealous and coming from a place of discontent? Something we all can work on in our yoga practice and our day-to-day practice, because it's just a piece of human nature. With your next inhale, let's begin to move through table, tuck our toes, and find our way to our down dog. Taking your puppy for a walk, bending first your right leg, then your left leg, bringing those heels to or towards the earth. Maybe your feet are a little wider than usual. Maybe inhale high on the balls of your feet and bring those heels both over to the right side, waking up those side bodies. Inhaling back up to center and letting those heels drop to the left side. Inhale, back to center, rise high on the balls of those toes, push into the fingertips, into the base of our palms, lift those hips high, and then exhale. Let those heels come to or towards the earth. Find that big stretch in the back of your hamstrings, in your calves. Your hips are lifting high for the sky. Inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet and walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, folding in deeply. Yogi's choice, you can bring your arms forward and tent your fingers. Maybe you bring your arms, cross your forearms and come to a hanging down. And feel the four corners of your feet pushing down into the earth and those hips lifting to or towards the ceiling. Bringing hands to hips with your inhale. Slight bending your knees if that feels good, and rise up to stand. Releasing your hands, palms facing forward, and check in with your Tadasana. Push down into your feet, even bring a bend into your knees as you push into the four corners of your feet. And then as you straighten your legs, feel your quads activate, your hamstrings activate, your knees lift. Small tuck to your tailbone, just enough to get that corseting action. Pull up on the pelvis and get that corseting action through your belly. Feel your ribs knit in, your shoulders and your neck gently relaxed. Settle on top of the stack. Taking a couple of breaths here. We're going to inhale, reach our arms up, gaze up, and exhale. Come through heart center, starting with a few sun breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Gaze up, palms to touch. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, and exhale. Coming to heart center. Beginning to move the breath one more time with our physical movement. Adding on, inhale, reach your arms up, gaze up, exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. That may mean bringing your hands to your shins. Exhale, plant your hands, hop, step, jump back to the top of a plank and inhale here. Exhale, coming through all the way down to the mat, tops of the feet to the earth. Inhale to a baby cobra. Pull your heart through, opening up our spine. Exhale, nose to mat, tuck those toes in yogi's choice. Come through table or push up through your plank and come to your down dog. Just warming up the body, aligning the breath to the movement. Inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet, look between your thumbs, hop, step, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, and lift halfway. Exhale, folding in deeply. Root down through those four corners and reach your arms up, gaze up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Plant your hands and hop, step, jump back to the top of your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, coming all the way to the mat, tops of the feet to the earth. Come a little deeper into that baby cobra. Pulling those shoulders back, shoulder blades kissing on your back. Exhale, nose to mat. Tuck those toes, yogi's choice. Come through table, come through plank. Find your dog. Inhale, rise up on the balls of those feet, look between the thumbs, hop, step, jump. Top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, folding in. Root down through the feet and rise up, reach up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, bend your knees as you lift those hands up towards the sky, coming into your chair pose. First chair of the morning, let's take a moment. More of the weight's back of the heels, but it's evenly distributed. Pull that belly in. Cinch up that corset. Look down, can you see your toes? If not, move your hips back in space and breathe. With your exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, half step, jump back to the top of your plank and inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Breath here. With your inhale, right foot steps forward, left foot turns in slightly, bend that right knee and rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Again, this is the first time this morning, so check in with your pose. Pushing back into the outer heel and outer foot of your back foot. Right knee is reaching towards the pinky side of your foot. Arms are reaching up actively. Not just spaghetti arms. Exhale, release your hands on either side of your front foot. Step back. Inhale here and exhale. Chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Inhale to your up dog. And exhale to your down dog. Plant that right foot at a slight angle. Step that left foot forward with the inhale and rise up. Warrior 1 on the other side. Check in with the outer edge of that right foot and pushing into the gas on that left foot. Breathing as you settle into your pose. Exhale, release the hands on either side of your left foot. Step back, top of a plank. Drop your knees if appropriate. Come through plank or all the way to the earth. Inhale to your up dog or cobra. And exhale to your down dog. Taking a few breaths here. Breathing, finding that 4-count breath that is yours. With your inhale, rise up high on the balls of your feet, look between your thumbs, half step jump. Take a taxi to the top of the mat. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding in. Root down through those feet, bend your knees, sweep your arms up and come to your chair. Woo! And inhale. Take a breath or two here. Gently close your eyes and realign your breath, even though your heart may be moving swift and fast. Slow your breath down. Let's inhale, bend those knees, reach those arms up. Sitting deeply. Woo! And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant your hands. We're going to step our right foot back. Come high lunge. And take that, crossing your fingers to your left thumb's coming over your right. And rise up. Coming in to that Anjaneyasana. Pushing back into that back leg. And lifting high. Think of squaring your torso. This is too much. Drop your back leg to the earth. Bring it to a blanket. Inhale fully. With your exhale, release the bind to your thumbs. Right hand comes inside your left foot. Left arm reaches up. Coming to a gentle twist. That right extended leg is still active. It's not being lazy back there. Exhale, release that left hand on the outside of your left foot. Step back to the top of your plank and inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Drop your knees if appropriate. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to your down dog. Taking your time, coming to child's pose when you need to. Inhale, rise up high on the balls of those feet. We're going to step that right foot forward between the thumbs. Find that long lunge. Take the bind to your thumbs if appropriate. And reach them up. Now pull those thumbs apart. Get those shoulder opener in there. Reach those shoulders behind the ears. And maybe even come into a small back bend. No biggie if you don't. Woo, and fall over. That's always fun. One more inhale here. Pull that belly in. Exhale, release the bind. Left hand to the floor, right arm reaches up. Come into that twist. Back leg is still active, arm is reaching up. Exhale, release that right hand down to the earth. Inhale, step your left foot forward and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in deeply. Toes to touch, space between the heels, bend the knees and come to your chair pose. Woo! And inhale to Tadasana. Take a moment, stretch out those legs, do an outfit check if that's appropriate. Whew. Is everybody warm enough? I hope everybody's warmed up and breathing well. All righty. Have your blocks handy, maybe not on your mat, but nice and handy. Coming to the front of your mat and coming to your Tadasana. Inhale, let's reach those arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands. We're going to step our left foot back. We're going to bring that left foot to the earth and rise up to a warrior one. Pushing into the outer edge of that left leg, bending deeply into that right. Inhale, release your hands to your hips as you straighten that front leg. And think of bringing that left hip forward as that right hip comes back. So squaring those hips and your torso up. Inhale here. With your exhale, begin to fold. Again, this is a fabulous place. Activate that core. Grab those blocks. Maybe they come at a high. Maybe they come low. Maybe they just come here for a moment to help us find a nice flat back, square it all up, and then exhale, folding in. Think of squaring those hips up. So your right hip is reaching back, left hip is reaching forward, pushing on the gas of that right foot. With the ball of your big toe and your little toe. With your next inhale, begin to rise up, bend that right knee, and come back to your warrior one. Exhale, release your hands to the earth, step back to the top of your plank. Inhale here, exhale to your chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale to your up dog or baby cobra. And exhale to your down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Rising high on the balls of your feet, step that left foot forward, plant that right foot at a slight angle, and rise up Coming to your warrior one on the other side. Woo. Pushing actively into the outer edge of that right foot. Breathing here, maybe bending a little deeper into that left knee. Inhale, release your hands to your hips, and then straighten that left leg. Squaring up those hips to the front of the room. Inhale here. With your exhale and a flat back. Think of coming to your fold. Grabbing your blocks if appropriate. Check in, pushing into the ball of the big toe and the little toe on that left foot. Squaring up those hips. And then exhale, folding in fully. Inhale, begin to bend that left leg and rise up, warrior one. Exhale, release your hands to the earth, come to that long lunge in the back leg, and step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, folding in. Bring those toes to touch, space between the heels, and reach those arms up as you come to your chair. Sit back on those heels, zip up those thighs, zip up that core. Inhale and come to stand. Taking a breath or two here, gently closing your eyes. And with your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot back, plant that right foot and rise up. Warrior one. Left leg is in front, pushing actively into that outer edge of the right foot. Settling into your pose, don't jump ahead. Inhale, hands come to hips, straighten that left leg. Lift that right arm up so your biceps hugging your ears, fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. Check in with your hips that you're nice and square, coming to or towards. With your exhale, begin to reach. It's a wonderful place for a block. Your hand may be inside your left foot, right hand inside left foot, right hand on left foot, or bring the block across and right hand on the outside of left foot, whichever is appropriate for you. Check in with your legs, get your stance, get that strong stance, get that belly twisted. And last but not least, add that left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Gaze may come up, gaze may be straight ahead. And breathe. Exhale, release that left hand to your hip. Set your block off to the side, bend that left knee and rise up. Woo, who knew warrior one could feel so good? Exhale, release your hands on either side of your front leg. Come to that long lunge. Step back, top of your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, your down dog. Woo, this is a resting pose. Who knew? Try to find your breath. Breathing, breathing fully, breathing deeply. Inhale, rise up on the balls of those feet. Step that right foot forward between your thumbs. Plant your left foot at that slight angle. And rise up. Warrior one on the other side. Check in with your alignment. Check in with your parts. Stack all your pieces and parts. Inhale, straighten that front leg, release your hands to your hips, and think of squaring up those hips. Take a breath here. Left hand raises up, bicep to ear, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, pull that belly in, activate that core, and grab your block. Again, left hand comes inside your right foot, on your right foot, or on the outside of your right foot. Find your stance. Find your best version, strong legs, and then reach your arms up. Right arm reaches up, coming into that full twist. Breathing. Exhale, release that right hand down, begin to bend that left knee. Set your block aside and rise up. Warrior one. Inhale here, exhale, release your hands to either side of your front foot. Step back, top of a plank, inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to your down dog. Whew. Taking a few breaths here. Coming to a child's pose if that is what your body's requesting. Reaching up, let's grab those blocks for my friends that have been working on it. Give yourself some height, or not, and come to that shortened downward dog. Find that spot where your feet are coming through. Lift high, put a big bend, put your gazes forward where you're going to land. And jump through. Woo. Set your blocks off to the side. Palms of your feet come to the earth. Actually, bring your blocks with you. Now we'll go. Bring your blocks with you. We're going to want them. Palms to the earth. Hands reach out. And for this first one, just lean back. All about the core. Suck it in. Pull it up and suck it in. Just beginning to wake up our core. Changing focus. Inhale, come back up to sit. Wrap your hands around your knees, your shins, and sit for just a moment. Bringing your foot palms to the earth, hands under your thighs. Find those sit bones and lift your legs. Now you may stay here with your toes on the earth. You may stay here with your knees bent. Arms can stay on the thighs. Anywhere that works for you or any combination. Bring those arms out. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And bring them out a little wider than we usually do. And let's just bring the shins to parallel with the mat for this one. Because this one's fun. You guys are going to love it. I found a new one. Begin to bring your arms back. Palms are facing up. So we get a shoulder opener and a core opener. Woo! Woo! Feel that belly shake as your arms come to a T. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. So the arms are active. They're not spaghetti noodles.
Inhale, bring it all back in, wrap your arms around and take a break. Whew. Isn't that a fun one? Do you like that one, Wendy? I was thinking of you. All right, one more. Let's bring it up. Just a good old traditional one. Straighten those legs. Arms come out. Maybe they stay at that angle. Maybe you try straightening and bringing the arms out straight to the T. Woo! Oh, yeah. Fun times. Lori, you're going to have to take this one to Amanda's class. Woo! Doggy. And inhale, bring it all together. Whew. Oh, that feels so wonderful. Isn't it fun doing core in the middle? Good times. So, let's grab our blocks, bring them with us, and gently come down to lay on the mat. Now we're going to work on some core work. So the most important part of our core work is that our back and our spine are always pushing into the mat. So your core is active. It doesn't matter how far you go, it's that you're pushing your core into the mat. You're going to lift those legs up towards the ceiling. Foot palms are reaching up. Block comes between the feet. Block A. Oh, yes. Block B comes between the hands. The edge of your pointer finger and your palm. So your thumbs are like landing gear. Bring those arms in to land. Lift your thumbs up. Tuck your shoulders. Inhale here. Push that belly down as you're inhaling. And then exhale. Release your legs towards the earth. Actually, just towards. Let's hover. Hovering is fun. Hovering is good for you. Keep thinking that belly is pushing into the mat. The belly button is reaching for the mat. Arms are slightly lifted. Legs are about even. Oh, this feels wonderful. Oh, la, 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 la. Inhale, bring those legs slowly back up, feet up towards the ceiling, and breathe. Woo. Take a full breath. Breathe down into that belly. Inhale, pull that belly down into the earth as you inhale. Exhale, release those legs towards the earth again. Now, if this is too much on your back, keep a bend in your knees and reach your feet straight out. Either is doing the work on the core if you're focusing on pulling the belly towards the mat. Inhale, reach those legs up. Now for this next one, just an add-on, not a requirement, just a thought. Check in with those thumbs still there. When you inhale, lift your shoulders, push that low back into the earth. Biceps are hugging your ears. And exhale, release your legs. Keep those shoulders lifted. Keep those biceps hugging, thinking they're hugging towards your ears as your legs hover. Hover, hover, hover. Ooh, this feels so good. Oh, whew. Inhale, bring it up, release your shoulders down to the earth. Oh, let's release your blocks. Woo! Bring those knees into the belly and gently rock side to side. Coming back to center, we're going to grab our one block, and we're going to wear this block like a hat. So your left hand is going to rest for the first round on the top of your head, and your block is sort of sitting there like a hat. Legs are reaching up towards the ceiling actively. Your feet are holding up the ceiling. They're working so hard. With your inhale, lift those shoulders. Push that belly down. And with your exhale, right foot comes to the earth, right hand reaches up and tap that block on the bottom of your foot. Woo! Inhale, back to center. Block comes to the left hand. Left foot exhales, reach it down, reach that left hand up. Tap the top of that foot, get into those obliques. Inhale, bring it back to center. Check in with your belly and your shoulders as you inhale. Exhale, right foot goes to or towards the earth and hand reaches up. Use that core. Don't use your neck. Exhale to the left. Bring it up. Shoulders stay lifted. Inhale, back to center. 3 more with your breath. Slow and intentional. We're not in the gym. This isn't the 500-mile-an-hour yoga. Woo! Slow and with intent. Reach the top of that foot. Lift that up. Get that twist across the belly. You guys are doing great. You got this. Woo! Oh, let's do one more. I think I lost count. Bring it through the right side. Inhale. Exhale. One more time to the left. Inhale. Set your block off to your side. Bring your knees into your belly. And make circles with your knees. Bring your arms out to a T. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. And if it's part of your practice, bring your right hip to the midline and drop your knees over to the right, coming into a gentle twist. With the belly work we just did, I would strongly suggest breathe into your belly. Inhale, knees to center. Realign your torso. Left hip comes to the midline. With your exhale, bring those knees over to the left. Left hand can come behind that right thigh and help to bring it over. Think of breathing into the belly and letting the shoulders lay flat on the earth. Inhale, bringing your right hand over towards your left knees, using your right hand to help you come up to a comfortable seat. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Adjust the flesh under your thighs, under your sits bones, and come to sit. Now, this is where if a blanket helps to make space for your hips and your hamstrings, feel free to grab. We're going to bring our right leg, right foot palm, then that right knee, and bring that right foot palm into your thigh or your groin. Going to have a slight twist in your torso to face that left leg. Reach that right knee away, then down. Inhale, walk your hands forward and come to Janu Sirsasana. Right hand may come to the outer edge of your left foot. This is a fabulous place. You can be here. Your hands can stay on the earth if that's where your fold takes you. But think of squaring your shoulders, whatever version you're in, to the earth. So you've got a little bit of a belly twist here. Then just breathe. Breathe and go inside. Inhale, release whatever bind you have. Walk your hands back towards center. Bring your right hand under your right knee and bring it up. Squaring your hips, bringing that fist between your foot and your thigh. Pull that thigh in. Maybe it even comes outside your rib cage. Left arm reaches up and take the twist. My friends with the open shoulders, if you're working on your bind, feel free. With your inhales, find length in your spine. With your exhale, find your twist deepening. Inhale, coming back to center, releasing the twist, releasing your right leg in front of you, shaking your legs out if that feels good. And when you're ready, we're going to bend that left knee, bring that left foot palm to the thigh or into the groin. Again, the left leg is reaching out and away and then down. Right leg is active. Turn your torso to face and walk your hands down. Now this side may be completely different, may not take the bind, it may be a different pose for you almost. But whatever version, wherever your hands land, try to find the relaxation. Try to find the excellence in your pose, your best version, not someone else's. Release whatever bind you have. Walk your hands gently back up. Bring your left hand out to lift that left leg. Bring that space between your foot and your thigh. Pull that left thigh in. Right arm reaches up. And with your exhale, come to that twist. Twisting across the belly. Mentally check in with that right foot, it's still active. Inhale, coming back to center, releasing that leg out onto the earth. And now I welcome friends. I welcome you to come to whatever inversion speaks to you. Whether that is laying on your back with a block under your hips and legs up the wall, whether you are doing an L pose. If you're into back bends and you're not feeling an inversion today, a back bend is an inversion. So doing your back bends, doing a headstand, a handstand, to whatever speaks to you. What I ask you to do is try to be in that pose for 10 breaths. Not breaths, 10 nice, deep yoga breaths. Don't let it fear, don't let it feel, don't let it talk, don't talk yourself out of it. Have faith, whatever version talks to you. I'm going to be doing a traditional headstand. And try to be here. Now, for all my female friends, if it's that time of the month and this is not an appropriate pose, I would suggest the block with legs up the wall. Whatever pose is speaking to you, working on your handstand, your headstand, but try to hold it till it becomes uncomfortable. Because when we want to get out of the pose is when the yoga begins. Doesn't matter if the feet flail. Doesn't matter if you're shaky. What matters is that you're doing the pose that is right for you, doing your best pose for you, and trying to take it to that next level. Just doing what is right for you. Breathing. Being here as long as you can possibly hold it. And when you feel like you can't hold it any longer, see if you've got 2 more breaths in you. Even if you're back bending, hold it as long as you can. And then when you feel like your arms are going to explode, see if you've got 2 more breaths. My friends that are in a headstand, handstand inversion, coming to your child's pose when you come out. For my friends that are back bending, coming to lay on your back. For my friends that are in legs up the wall, coming to lay flat on your back. Foot palms on the earth. You can bring your feet wide and let your knees knock together. Finding whatever pose in either version, adjusting the pose to work for you. For my friends that are in child's pose, we're just going to sit up to a table, rearrange when you're ready, and find your way onto your back. Knees bent, shoulders tucked. Taking a few breaths here. If there's another pose that your body is feeling, a need, a twist, a happy baby, please come into that pose now. If you're comfortable where you are and want to stay a few more breaths, please do so. If you're ready to come to your Shavasana, bring your legs flat out onto the earth, lengthen that tailbone. Find length in your spine, lengthen your neck, and just relax.
Beginning to wiggle your fingers, bring movement to your toes, making circles with your wrists, with your ankles, bringing soft, subtle movements to your whole body. Inhaling your arms up overhead and taking a nice full body stretch, reaching through the right side, then through the left, then taking a good full body stretch. Bringing your knees into your belly, wrapping your arms around your shins, gently rocking side to side or back and forth, and finding your way to a comfortable seat. Sitting comfortably, hands resting on your knees, palms up, palms down. Gently closing your eyes for just a moment. Bringing hands to heart center, bowing chin to chest. May your yoga practice be of benefit to you, and especially through yourselves, a benefit to all others. Thank you and have a wonderful Saturday. Namaste.